Hello. I wanted to come back and give an update on what's going on with my actual NACA process with me purchasing a home. The last time I went to see my MC, I had to submit a second pay stub from my new job. Well, it's the same company, but I got a promotion, so that of course changed my income. So before he was going to submit me, he said he wanted to wait and see both or two stubs from my new job, and just for me to of course continue to update the system with bank statements. So there was a house that I wanted and a lot that I wanted that came available here in Charlotte, and I felt that NACA was just taking too long. I'm going through NACA because of the benefit of, having a lower payment and a lower interest rate. Then I can buy my rate down. But to me, it's becoming more of a hassle. I keep doing the same thing over and over again. It keeps getting pushed out. Then I'll go in for a meeting, and I feel like I'm not being told what I should be doing beforehand, and it's like it's just dragging it out further and further and further. So I decided, so I wouldn't miss out on that lot, I decided to actually apply through the builder. And so the builder is actually DR Horton, and I actually went with the Columbia floor plan, and I got approved through is it DHI mortgage or something like that. So I went in, picked out what I wanted in the house, what colors and everything, and I signed the contract with that mortgage company. I've paid my earnest money, due diligence money. I paid some money. So now I'm just waiting for them to actually get started. No. Stop. I'm waiting on them to actually get started on my house. I moved out of my house. Today is the 8th. I moved out of my house on the 28th, 29th. I moved into an apartment. I sold my home, closed on it on the 5th. And so I'm just in an apartment now, waiting for my house to get built. Stop, Christian, stop. And so I'm still going through the NACA process because I was told that, of course, I can change financing, but to me, I think it was just beneficial for me to go ahead and apply through them, not miss out on this lot. My house can go ahead and get started on. To me, going into NACA, I knew it was going to be a longer process than me, of course, applying through a traditional lender. But I felt that the program would be beneficial for people who have credit issues as well as people who don't have credit issues. But now, to me, it feels like the program is more geared toward people who have credit issues. It's going to take a long time for them to pay things off, and save up money for certain things. Like, you don't have no closing costs, but you do have to pay some money for, you have to have like a reserve saved. And for me, I came in ready to move forward. I already had money saved. I didn't have anything on my credit that I needed to take care of, and I felt that the process would have moved a lot quicker for me. But now it's to me, it's still taking too long. I'm getting the run around with certain things, and if it comes through before they finish building my house, then great. I will definitely go with NACA, because of course I can get a lower interest rate, and then I can buy it down and have a lower payment. But if it doesn't come through, then I'm going to go ahead through with this with the DR Horton, their mortgage company, because it was easier. I just applied and then I was approved for the house that I want. I do have to put some money down, as like, of course, as a down payment. But I was gonna put that amount of money down to buy down my interest rate with NACA. So I'm using the same money. So to me, of course, I would have a lower payment with NACA, but it's not like I'm putting down more money with the builder's mortgage company, than I was going to do with NACA. So we'll just have to see how things go. But that's how things are going for me right now. I'm happy that I did apply with the builder's mortgage company. I would advise anybody to always have a backup, because I've heard a lot of stories horror stories about people going through NACA. So to me, it was just, I was like, I just got fed up with them. I just got tired. Like I said, initially I was going to just like call them and be like, forget it, just cancel out everything. I'm just done with y'all. I got fed up. But then I thought about it, and then I actually talked to my realtor too. And then she told me that, of course, I can just change financing as they're building the house. So it wouldn't cause any problems. I wouldn't lose the money that I paid or anything like that. So I was like, okay, cool. That makes sense. If I can, get a lower payment, then why not? But some people are saying too that it's cool to buy down the interest rate, but if you don't plan to stay in the house and pay it off, then don't even, why put all that money down. So I've decided, if it's not a big change in the payment per month, then I'm just going to keep my money and invest it somewhere, and let it grow that way, instead of putting it in a house, if it's not a significant difference. Because the house that I want, or the house that I'm getting, it's almost 300,000, and I was going to be putting down about 20,000, between 15 and 20,000, with DR Horton's mortgage company. Of course, that was going to be a down payment, but of course, with NACA, I can use that same money, buy down interest rate, or not. Because I believe with NACA, if you're going like a $300,000 house, I believe for a 0.25 reduction in the interest rate, I think it's $3,000. So it just depends on what the interest rate is when I actually go in with it, and I'll just see what happens. But as of right now, I have already submitted 2 stubs to NACA for my new position. I've already uploaded bank statements. I've already uploaded the new my rental agreement for my apartment, which is a good thing too, because my mortgage was so low on my other house, and that's where a kind of an issue was coming in with the payment shock. My rent is maybe like $250 more. It's not a lot, because I know my mortgage is definitely gonna be more than that, but it's still more. I shouldn't have a problem with them seeing my payment shock. I did get money back from the sale of my home, which is good. So I was going to, use that to buy down interest rate. But I'm just going to take it one day at a time and see which way works best for me. I'm just happy to have both of those options. So I know I'm not going to lose this house, because I would be very disappointed to be going through this process and I can't get this house. I just refuse to be in that situation. So I did kind of shop around with different people, and I also have another mortgage company that I could go through as well. That I reached out to the loan officer, and she's amazing, that helped me purchase my first home. So I could actually go through that lender as well. So I have a few different options. So I'm excited. I can't wait till they actually break ground and start on the house. I signed a 7-month lease here in the for my apartment. And I'm actually supposed to close on the new build between January and February. So I hope everything goes as planned. But of course, when you get something built, the weather plays a part. It's a lot of different things that play, that come into play that can make that date move up or move, further out. So, but I'm just gonna do whatever I have to do, um, and just move forward. So as of right now, when I went to the NACA office to sign the paperwork for selling my home to a NACA member, I was supposed to go back on the 13th, which is next week. So I was like, okay, I stopped by the desk and I was like, okay, so I've already, uploaded everything to my caseworker, well, my mortgage counselor. Can we just go ahead and submit me for approval? Can I like have an earlier appointment so I can, go ahead and see him so he can just go ahead and move me up, submit my stuff. Come to find out, he's out of town. He's he's going to be out for another training. So actually, it's a good thing that I said something, because they were like, I slipped through the cracks. Like they already started canceling his appointments for the 13th. I'm like, okay, now I'm like, I'm glad I said something, because I would have been up there at 8 o'clock in the morning and he wouldn't have been there. So now I go back on the 15th, which is still next week. But I'm just tired of things getting pushed back, pushed out. If he's not in the office, he's on vacation or something. Then next thing you know, he's in some kind of training. I know they have to get training and stuff like that, but it's not right for them to be holding up people's progress. So my thing is, if somebody's out on training, they should have a backup. Like, hey, I got to go out this week for training. Can you, work with this person who's ready? I understand if the person, if he has somebody or she has somebody that's not actually ready to move forward. I get it. But now I've done everything I can do. So it's in their hands now. And it's not a good feeling. I don't know who likes those type of situations, but I am not, I hate it. I hate it when, something I'm trying to do is in the hands of somebody else and there's nothing I can do to make it move any faster. So I don't like that. But hopefully, things work out with NACA. I've heard a lot of good stories and I've heard a lot of bad stories. So it's just, to me, they're just slow. I don't feel like they have any urgency in anything that they're doing, to me. Like I said, but I don't know. We'll see. When I go back, who knows? I might get good news. He might go ahead and submit me on that day. I might be coming back doing a video like, hey, I'm submitted. But, we'll see. But I definitely will keep you guys posted on my process. Again, I'm here in Charlotte. I'm going through the NACA process. I'm ready to move forward with getting my approval. Like I said, I've already picked out my house. I've already done everything. I'm just, I'm gonna have to just switch the financing over to NACA as long as it's done before the house is done. So we'll just have to see. So, but thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions, if I left out anything, I was kind of just rambling about my situation. I didn't take any notes or write anything down this time to kind of make sure I touch on. So if you have any questions, please, put them below. I'll be happy to answer your questions. And if you want to continue to follow my journey, please subscribe. And I'll definitely put up another video next week once I go to my next NACA appointment, and I can let you guys know what's going on then. Again, this is Niecey. Thank you for watching. Bye.